everyone, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. If you're new here, my name is Sandy, and on this channel we talk about pursuing a career in interior design and I give you home decor tips. Today's video is on the home decor side of things because we are doing a living room makeover. I'm so excited. It has been a long time coming. I finished this back in November and I finally get to share it with you guys. So here are the before photos of my living room, and honestly I'm kind of embarrassed to show these. It was nothing to look at. I was not comfortable having people over. There was nowhere for people to sit. There wasn't storage. These vertical blinds were gross. I did not like anything about what was happening here, and I was so ready for a change. When I started thinking about the concept of how I wanted our space to look, I really wanted it to be cozy and layered and inviting, and just have more seating, more storage, all those things. So I took to Pinterest and grabbed a few images of what I felt could realistically happen in this space. And that's a note for people who are looking to decorate their home. Yes, we have our styles and we have what we're interested in, but you also have to think about what would realistically look the best with what's going on in your space already and the things that you can't change about it. So if I wanted to do like a Parisian Paris apartment or something in here, that may not look the best with the kind of textures and carpeting and flooring and all that kind of stuff that already exists that I really can't do anything about. And I wanted to create a look that went with the things I couldn't do anything about. The things we knew we had to have in this space: a sofa with a chaise, we wanted a larger coffee table, we definitely needed a rug, we wanted window treatments, and a pop of color. I looked on Pinterest, found some images that kind of gave that cozy mood where it was just like, I'm comfortable here, I'm relaxed, and I really wanted to create that same look. Because a lot of the images I pulled were really neutral and I knew I wanted a pop of color in this space, I did really want not that color to just be a plain blue wall, because we did decide on blue, but I wanted it to just feel kind of textural and to just be kind of graphic and interesting and bold. So there was this really cool DIY that I saw on Mr.Kate's channel, and I recreated that same wall, which is behind me, in my space. I have a whole separate video on how I did that exact wall. That was one of the first things we did in this space. We painted the other walls white, and I hand painted this blue accent wall that had a cool mudcloth pattern. Now that we're on the layout portion, here is a rough floor plan of our room, where the doorways are, where the windows are, to help me understand where I could realistically place furniture. I knew I had to have the sofa on the longer wall since there was going to be a chaise coming out, and the new sofa that we got was much bigger than our old sofa. I knew I wanted to have bookcases. I really loved that built-in bookcase look, but we really didn't have an uninterrupted wall to do a kind of faux built-in bookcase. So what I ended up doing was getting a large media console to put under the TV. I knew I wanted to have the media console directly across from the sofa and bookcases. I initially wanted 2 bookcases on either side to kind of give it that built-in feel, but there is a doorway off to one side of the media console, so we weren't really able to do that. I ended up going with, instead of 2 narrow bookcases, 1 larger bookcase, which I ended up being very happy with. Both pieces are from Wayfair, the console and the bookcase. They're matching, and I'm very pleased with how they turned out and how sturdy they are. It was so freaking heavy to get the bookcase in place and to get the media console in place. If you follow me on Instagram, and you've already seen me struggling to do this, that is definitely where you'll see everything first. So make sure you are following me on social if you are not right now. So at this point, I know exactly what my must-haves are. I know how I want it to feel. I've done my floor plan, and now it's time for my mood board. So your concept board is different than your mood board. Your concept board is just images that you really like and things that you want to pull elements from. And my mood board, for me specifically, was how I envisioned that particular room to look with those elements that I liked. So I went into Canva and I made this mood board. If you would like to learn how to make one of these, I have a video on how I make my mood boards in Canva, and I will link that down below and put a card up here for you. I highly recommend you do a mood board because it really helps you understand how all the elements play together. It helped me understand where I want to layer in extra elements, where I want the plant to go, how I want the lighting to be. And even if your room doesn't end up being exactly like your mood board, you'll definitely see that there were some changes from where I started and where I intended to go versus where I ended up based off just what felt right in the room. However, it is a wonderful, wonderful starting point, even if your room doesn't look exactly like the mood board. So at this point, we have our mood board, we have our layout, we have our must-haves, our inspo. We are ready to go and start purchasing. The first item we got for the space was the sofa. The sofa was definitely the most important because we just needed more seating. The old sofa was 87 inches wide, which is the standard size of a sofa, but our new one is 110 inches wide, which was way more space. A nice chaise to lounge and watch TV. We were in love with it. It is the Metro Lounge sectional from Rooms to Go. I don't believe they sell this sofa anymore. I think it was discontinued, but I will link to at least 2 options that are very similar to it if you're interested in a sofa of this style. After getting our sofa, we painted. That was the next thing that happened. It was actually right when we went into quarantine around March 2020 when everyone was in lockdown. And I was like, you know what? I don't have anywhere to be and I'm gonna be here all the time. So I'm going to start painting. We moved all the furniture out of the way. We painted all the walls white except for this blue accent wall. And I will link the tutorial to this accent wall down below. Next up was our media console, and we definitely wanted something with closed storage. The one we had before, just I have no good kind words to say about it. But you know what? It did do the job. So let me stop hating. It did the job. It held the TV up. That's all it needed to do. Our new one from Wayfair was much better. Different drawers. I loved it. The only thing that I tweaked about it was the knobs and handles. I wanted those to have a more gold brass finish. So I ended up just spray painting them and then screwing them back on, which was such an easy upgrade. Closer to you. Stop laughing at me! All right, at this point we have our new media console, our new coffee table, our new sofa, the walls are painted, things are looking up for sure. What I also wanted to have were console tables behind our sofa. Our living room, for the size of it, is fairly deep, and on occasion when a wall where the sofa is too far from where your TV is, it creates this void in the room, and it just kind of feels like empty, like it needs to be filled. One of the greatest ways to help fill that void is not by actually putting anything in the middle, but putting something behind your sofa that pushes your sofa forward into the living room and helps close that gap. So I got 2 console tables from Amazon. They weren't in the color that I wanted, so I just sanded them and painted them black and put them right behind here where I was able to put some of our decorative items and our table lamps, which I put on a dimmer. Oh, I'm so excited about that. You need to check out my Amazon favorites video to learn about the dimmers. They're the best thing for your rental that you could ever buy. Since I went black with the console tables, I chose to go all white on the other side of the room. So the media console was white. I chose to get a matching bookcase that was white and to put shelving above the TV. I struggled with what to do above the TV so much because I definitely wanted to have a bookcase, but the space above the TV felt wasted. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do a gallery wall, some art, but I think I wanted something that felt more like a built-in bookcase. So because I knew I couldn't have a built-in bookcase given how this wall is set up, giving the illusion with shelves on top kind of makes the whole wall feel like one unit, and that gave me lots of display opportunity for books and different decor and plants. I was really, really excited about this. Honestly, I got these shelves from IKEA, but I did not install them on my own because I needed them all to be level, and I don't have a lot of experience installing shelves. Now I feel more confident doing it, but back then I did not. So we called TaskRabbit and we had someone come and install them. I was very grateful for that. Shared all that on social as well. Again, follow me so that you can see things first. Then came rug day. We got this rug from Boutique Rugs. I highly recommend letting it air out before you place it in the place it needs to be in, because when we rolled it out, it had a really chemically smell, which I was not fond of. However, it aired out in about a day or two and it ended up being fine. Now let's talk about how much I actually really love this rug. It had this pattern that mimicked our wall, and I was so geeked about that. I loved that they kind of spoke to each other, and it helped the wall feel like it had a partner in crime and didn't stand alone in the rest of the room. One thing I almost forgot to mention, I can't believe it, was the crown molding I installed in here. You heard that. I installed renter-friendly crown molding in my apartment. I have a whole tutorial on how I did it and where I got it from, but that was one of the elements that we installed in here before fully finishing and decorating and everything in the living room. After we had all the major elements, we went in with the crown molding. Now that all of our major elements are in place, it is time for everyone's favorite part, the styling. And cue montage of me styling. I am ecstatic. I'm over the moon. I think it looks so good. It turned out exactly how I wanted. I was so excited. It's inviting, it's layered, it's cozy, it's all the things. I love having people over now. There's tons of places to sit. It looks so organized with all of the clothes storage, the greenery. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. So now that we've done the reveal, you've probably noticed there's still more left in the video, and that is because we're about to talk about how much all of this stuff freaking costs. Why is no one talking about that in their videos? So we spent about $5,000 in total on this living room, and we started back in February of 2020 and finished around November. So it took almost a full year to finish the living room. And for some people, $5,000 is a lot. For some people, $5,000 is a little. I myself look forward to the day when I'm just dropping 10 stacks on a chandelier and I'm like, I'll take 2, but that's just not how we live in right now. So being honest with yourself about what your budget is, what you're willing to spend, and how long you're willing to wait to get things is very, very important. So let's lay out exactly how that $5,000 was spent. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the before and after. I have links to everything that we purchased down in the description and links to the tutorials that I mentioned. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Anything that you liked, anything that maybe you would have done differently. If you need any advice for your space, please hit me up on Instagram. I'm super responsive on that platform. And please sign up for my newsletter because I'm going to be sending out tips and tricks to all the things that I've been doing in my newsletter straight directly to your inbox. And like I say at the end of all of my videos, Beyonce said, if you like it, put a ring on it. I say, if you like it, subscribe. If you like it, then you should have subscribed to it. All right. So if you subscribe, give me a ring emoji down below. Please hit that subscription, become a part of the family. I love having you all here. And go and watch some more videos. You know you have nothing else got going on. Watch it all, watch it all. It's Sunday, it's a lazy day. Just go and watch some more videos, or whatever day it is that you're watching this, but they will be uploaded on a Sunday. Keep doing you, and by doing you, I mean keep watching these videos. Bye.